This week I made $1,706 from a single trade, and today I'm just breaking down the entire setup step by step. I will show you exactly why I took this trade, how I managed risk, how the price moved in the market, and why exactly I was so comfortable to taking that trade even though it wasn't perfect. So the very first thing that I actually do is, of course, I check what the DXY is doing. I need to see whether the US dollar is strong or weak, because that will help to understand if we can sell or buy certain currency pairs. So if we go to the DXY chart, as you can see, on the 4-hour time frame, it's extremely bullish. We are seeing those higher highs and higher lows being formed. And even if we go to the higher time frames, such as the daily, as you can see, the bullish momentum still continues up. So that was pretty much for the DXY analysis. And of course, the next thing I also checked was the COT report, especially the commercial data. So since I wanted to sell euro against New Zealand dollar, I also wanted to check if the big institutions are also selling euro. And at that moment, this is the data that I saw. So the last 5 weeks. And as you can see, for the last 5 weeks, the euro has been heavily sold off by the big institutions, which was another strong confluence to the setup. So now that I know what the big institutions are actually doing, and I'm also trading alongside them, and I also know that the DXY is currently bullish, then of course the next thing I have to do is I circle back to the EURNZD, and on EURNZD I will start doing a top-down analysis. So usually I just start from the monthly time frame, I go all the way down to the 4-hour time frame, which is my execution one. So if we look at the monthly, as you can see, it's actually bullish. Now, if we also go down to the weekly time frame, as you can see, it's been trending towards the upside as well. And probably most of you will be thinking, why are you selling? And I will tell you why I sold this trade. So in my previous video, I talked about the trend alignment criteria. So usually when I have 4 out of 4 time frames aligned, this means it's an excellent trade. But in this case, I had only 2 out of 4 time frames aligned, which means when it comes to the confluence and extra confirmations, this is what I have to look for, because, well, I don't have the perfect overall market bias, yet it's still a good trade because of the other factors that I will show you in a moment. So after I finish analyzing what the overall market trend is doing and where it's actually heading to, the next thing I look for is for any type of confluence to back up my trade. Now, of course, confluence factors can vary from trader to trader because we may trade different styles or, different strategies. But for me personally, I love to see whether I have weekly or monthly central pivot points and any round level. So for this particular trade, if we go now to the pivot points, so we have now weekly central pivot point, and as you can see, this huge bearish engulfing actually closed below it, which is a great sign that the overall market trend is actually also bearish based on that pivot point. So what we're gonna do is we simply gonna mark that on our charts. Of course, we're gonna write it down, weekly central pivot. So it's gonna be easier for you guys to see. And of course, let's see how the monthly is doing. And the monthly is actually at the top. And as you can see, we have so many wicks where the price actually rejected from that monthly pivot point, which is also a great sign. So let me mark that down on the chart. God damn it, just be precise. Okay, we have monthly central pivot. So before I go into the round levels, I just actually want to show you now how the daily looks like. And as you can see, the monthly and weekly pivot point is acting as a very strong resistance level, because even though, for example, this candlestick broke the moving averages, as you can see, it failed to actually break above the monthly central pivot point, which is a great sign. So now if we go back to the 4-hour time frame, of course, we also have to check if we have any round numbers or psychological numbers that are actively watched by the traders and big institutions. So we have one at this level, so 2.03 thousand. We're gonna mark that on our charts, so it's gonna be easier to see. Just like that. And of course, I love to make that neon blue, greenish, so I can see it bright. And as you can see, it also got rejected. So this type of confluence is such a good sign. Even though the monthly and weekly is trending bullishly, the daily and the 4-hour time frame is heading towards the downside at the moment. So after I finished marking Confluence on my chart, the next thing I noticed is actually a cluster. So I like to call them clusters. You might call it consolidation, but for me, it's a cluster because we had this bullish rally going on, then the price consolidated for a few days, and then this huge bearish engulfing candlestick actually broke out of it. So how I usually call it is that we have this push and exhaustion back to the previous area of the sensitivity, which shows me that the bearish momentum is in the market. Now the price is pulling back, which means I may have a better entry price. And I think I forgot to mention, but this is the exact same trade that my VIP members received it. So before I talk about where exactly I entered, how I placed my stop loss, and where was my take profit targets, I want to actually mention one more thing because I marked this next monthly pivot point. And as you can see, this line is actually acting as a support because every single time it got touched, it shot towards the upside. So when I was looking at this trade before I entered, I thought, you know what, if the price reaches this zone, this white line, I'm gonna take some profit home because, well, if I'm not gonna take any profit and then all of a sudden the price kind of returns into other direction, well, I'm gonna be left with nothing. So I rather, take some money home and I would be happy than I would cry later on and I would be like, you stupid, you didn't take money. So I don't know. Taking money is always better than leaving it on the table. Okay, so the exact entry was this one. So we're gonna quickly copy that and put into this level. So now that you know where I entered the trade, of course, before any entry, you have to calculate what is your lot size based on your account balance and risk management, and where is your take profit and stop loss levels. So just in case the trade gonna go into other side of the market, you're not gonna blow up your account in one single trade. So you kind of have to calculate and do all the necessary stuff to stay alive and of course trade with the logic. So when it comes to stop losses, I actually use the ATR indicator. So for this particular trade, at that moment, the ATR was around 38 pips. So I ended up setting my stop loss at 65 pips. And of course, for the overall target, I'm aiming for 160 pips in the total profit. So this is how my chart ended up looking like. And of course, the trade, as you can see, dropped beautifully towards the downside as I expected. Now, of course, I set alerts when it comes to my trades. So for this particular trade, as I said, we have marked that support zone, that monthly S1. So, when that alert was triggered, I just simply went there. And of course, I closed a portion of my trade, which of course ended up resulting in a profit of $1,706. So as you can see, it dropped way more to the take profit too. So I believe in this case was just around 70-80 pips. I will insert a screenshot where I actually closed that portion of my trade. But as you can see, this is the sniper entry, the trading strategy that I follow every single day to get results like this. So with all that being said, I have actually put together a full strategy video where I explain exactly how I trade these type of setups every single day. And for anyone who prefers seeing these trades as they are happening, I also share them live in my Telegram group. So you will find the first link in my description box down below. And as always, thank you for watching and I will catch you in the next one. Bye!